April. April's first tonight. Hey, April. How are you? Hi, Lynn. You were almost first, Lynn. Hi, Cindy. Let me back up. Hi, Teresa. I'm good. I'm oiling my nails here. I didn't want to do it before I got my nail tips on my nail stand because then you know they won't stick. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Donna. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Eileen. Megan's here. Carolyn's here. Hi, Trina. How you doing? Hi, Crystal. Crystal, you're going to want to be here. I'm going to show some icy nail art. Girl, I'm still in my church clothes. I am still in my church clothes, honey. Look, the grands were, they were in their Christmas play today. Let me tell you, not the two oldest. They're beyond that age. But my middle grandson Gabe, he had a solo this morning. And then the littles, oh my goodness. My 4-year-old Silas and 2-year-old Shepherd. Silas was a cow in the manger scene and Shepherd was a camel. 2 years old, a camel. It was the sweetest thing ever. So by the time we drove there and had their play and then we all went to lunch together and then drove home, it was 3:30 before we got home. So yeah, I've just been busy and I haven't had time to even go change. So yeah. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Peggy. We took video. We got pictures. It was adorable. Hey, Heidi, how are you? Is it still snowing here? No, not snowing and no snow this week, hopefully. It knocked us out of a couple of days of work last week, almost 3 days, depending on like Hillary's boys were out of school. You just have to work around all people's schedule when the snow comes. So yeah, let me close my door because I got puppies that, thank you, are hearing me talk. Look, it is so cold here, y'all. The wind chill is in the teens tonight. It is bitter cold. Like even our doggies aren't wanting to stay out because it's super windy and it's flapping their ears and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. What? 80 yesterday? Where are you at, Jessica? Remind me again. Hi, Peridot. How you doing, honey? Windy and cold there too, Eileen? Yeah. Hi, Karen. Hi, Christy. How are you? Thanks for joining, everybody. Yeah, we cold. We definitely can say we're almost at winter here. For sure. Hi, Ramona. How you doing? 66 degrees in Florida. That's even cold for you, isn't it, Lee? Hi, Leanne. Oh, Chelsea. No, girl, I couldn't do it. Hi, Maria. We're all complaining because we're freezing, honey. We've had to layer up. Yes, Lord. Look, I am about done with my ornaments, my little micro paintings I showed y'all a couple weeks ago. And then I had to enlist Keith to help me this week. Bless him. We've got glitter from Kingdom Come. We can definitely say we have christened the basement of our house, honey. We got stuff spread out everywhere. But hopefully tomorrow I'm going to start packing. But I caught a couple up close I want to show y'all here in a sec. So yeah. 30 there? No, girl. Look, luckily Virginia has a very short season of winter, but with all the snow that we've had and just yucky conditions this past week, yeah, it shuts us down because we're not used to really getting much at all. So our drivers here can't drive in it very well. So we get 1 or 2 inches and they cancel school, just like that. So yeah, hi Denise, how you doing? Tonight I am going to do some icy nail art, but let me tell you about next Sunday first. Child, next Sunday is the last live until New Year's. Okay, we're not doing lives over Christmas. I've probably shared this with some of y'all before, especially if you've been with me in person, but maybe this can be a goal for some of you behind the chair. I've always, since I opened my business in 2012, I've always wanted to have the week of Christmas off, and I just could never do it. It wasn't even about money Sometimes it was about money and other times it wasn't about money. As my business grew, it wasn't about money. It was about demand and things that I had to get done that week. And you know what this year has taught me is everything will wait. Almost everything, unless I'm on a filming deadline. Almost everything will wait. And so I made the decision last year, even before this year happened, that I wasn't going to work the week of Christmas, that I want to take that off. I want to be selfish. I want to spend that with my girls and my son-in-laws and my grandbabies. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this year, y'all. Anyway, that's what's coming down the pipe for December. I forget where I'm even going with that. But if your business is not there yet to a point, I encourage you to get it there, to work and get it there, because there's more to our lives than just working, isn't it? And be good to yourself. I am learning this year, the good Lord above keeps speaking into my spirit to take better care of myself, and that's one of the ways I can do it. So I'm taking some time off and there won't be any lives. So next Sunday night is the last live until, I'll tell you about that in a second. But next Sunday, I'll try to talk Hillary into doing a Christmas concert with me for you. And that's the day they're celebrating with Tim's parents. They're doing their Christmas that day. I was like, oh no, but it's okay. I'm still going to honor it. And next Sunday night, I am going to play a Christmas concert for all of you. For all of you, there won't be a class, but we're going to have a little bit of Name That Tune. Anybody old enough to remember that show? Name That Tune. They would play a few notes of a song and you have to name the tune in order to win a prize. So next week, for the first 30 minutes of our class, Hillary and I are going to load a fishbowl full this week of coupons. We're going to put a $25 gift card, a $50 gift card, and a $100 gift card. And then we're going to put some other little things like maybe $5 off your order or one item off at 50%. Whatever we can come up with, we're going to fill that fishbowl. And for the first 30 minutes, we're going to play Name That Tune. And once you win a prize, the first person that guesses it, then we draw from the fishbowl and you get the coupon to use, okay? It's going to be really, really fun. And then hopefully, I haven't talked to Hillary yet. She can help me figure this out. We'll figure out if we could do, if we draw a coupon, it's hard to put a discount code up on the fly. So if I draw a coupon at the last, can I give it to everybody? I don't know how I would do that. Again, it has to be pre-programmed in the back of the system, but we'll think of something. That's what's going to happen the first 30 minutes. Then the next 30 minutes will be, or 45, however long we want to go, will be kind of concert time. So if you have a special request you want me to play next week, leave it below. Keith is taking notes over here in the closet, honey. We got him shut up in the closet. I would love to play as many requests as I can. So I think it'll be fun. And then fast forward to New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is on a Wednesday night, honey. We're going to do something fun on New Year's Eve. We're going to do Midnight Manny's. I've always wanted to do this. Midnight Manny's will start at 11 p.m. Eastern. 11 p.m. Eastern, and you are going to ring in the new year with Miss Tracy. Okay, Midnight Manny's and mocktails. Maybe we'll do that. How's that sound? So I'll give you some more information about that later. And Mary, did you know? Okay, that one was on my list anyway. So I think that will be a fun little project that we can do together. Tonight is Frozen Nail Art. How many of you wear snowflakes or paint snowflakes or anything icy or wintry, like all the way through January, February? We're not talking Christmas, we're talking winter and icy and cold kind of feeling. That's what we're going to do tonight. And we have a free gel polish for you tonight with a coupon code. So let me turn the camera around and I'll give you that code and then we'll go from there, okay? All right, let's get our camera up here. Hold on, close your eyes. Close your eyes, honey. Close your eyes. And I'm gonna flip you around. Alrighty. And let me adjust here. Make sure I got everything in view. There we go. Okay, tonight I'm using the Ice Queen collection. If you're not familiar with this, this is one of our winter gel polish collections, and it's HEMA-free. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful wintry icy tones. So let me swatch it for you real quick, and then I'm going to do a quick icy nail art with this. You don't have to put this over anything. It can wear, obviously, over itself. And your coupon code is free gel, all one word, free gel. In this, where is Ice Queen? Ice Queen right here. Ice Queen is free tonight with a $59 purchase. Now you got to put her in the cart, okay? So put your stuff in there, put your Ice Queen in. Then when you check out, you use the code free gel, and that'll take the discount off for her. Okay? Everybody clear? That's anything in the store, any $59 purchase, and you get Ice Queen free. Code is free gel. All right, here we go, Gigio. What do you know now? I got oil all over my hands. Let's see if we can get her open with a little pink glove here. Ah! Keith, you may have to come open these for me, babe. I oiled my hands way too good. Can you open these gel polishes? Just loosen them for me. Thank you. I got that. Let him open it for me, please. Okay, can you not open it either?
You need a gripper.
Here, right there. Hold, please. Can you believe it?
Got it.
Here we go. Okay, you work on those for me. Keith to the rescue, right? That one's open. This one's open. This is a brand new set that I have not opened. Yay! Okay, here we go, Gigio. That one. Ice Queen. Oh, did you open Ice Queen? You've not opened Ice Queen yet. We'll swatch some of the others. Let's go with this one. This one is Frostfire Phantom. Frostfire Phantom. Beautiful. Thank you, babe. Now, if you look at this up close, it's full of shimmer and it's full of fire. It has teeny tiny, itsy bitsy chameleon flakes in it. I don't even want to say flake because it's not big enough for a flake. This is Frostfire Phantom. This is like buttercream color. Next up in this collection is Borealis Blizzard. This purple is beautiful. Borealis Blizzard. These are very high shimmer polishes. They are not glitter polishes.
Sheila says, does it change over black?
Do they change over black? They do, Sheila. They do. They have really pretty chameleon effect to it. Girl, I could wear this color. Look here. I sure enough could. Couldn't I? Next up, Princess Popsicle. Oh, honey. Princess Popsicle. That's beautiful. Next we have Snowflake Shortcake. Oopsie, you didn't open that one, babe. We'll come back to her. Snow Angel. That one right there. The Snow Angel is beautiful. This blue is reflecting a little bit of lavender. Can you see there? Because the brush in here is black. So you see it changing color over that black brush. Very, very pretty. Snow Angel. Let's go with our Snowflake Shortcake. This is a pale peachy, kind of like a peach color. You could use it for Easter. You could use the pink in this would be really pretty for Valentine's Day with a red. And then last but not least, Snow Angel. Snow Angel, or Ice Queen, I'm sorry. Ice Queen is the one that you will get free with any $59 purchase. Weddings. Oh, look at Ice Queen. Girl, stop. She icy all right. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at there. Can you see the little chameleon flakes sparkling in her? Okay, that is the Ice Queen collection. Now, for our frozen artwork tonight, let's see, what do we want to use? I'm gonna grab a couple that I've already swatched. Let me get the blue one first. And we're gonna pop on some, let's see here. Let's put down some Ladybug Luster, because what I'm about to do, I don't want to stick to the background. And this will resist our ink to make this frozen. Ladybug Luster. Y'all, you're going to love this. This is going to be textured, icy, but it's going to be ombre at the same time. You'll be like, girl, how you going to do that? Hold on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. And this is Ice Queen. Let's just go ahead and do both of these. I don't know if I will use both. And I may even use a third one. I might pull out the, maybe I'll do the purple one too. Oh, child. Let's go ahead and prepare her with the top coat just in case. This is just one coat. This is one coat. I don't see the need to do another coat. I mean, I'm fully covered. Okie dokie. In we go. gonna need some white whipped cream, and I want you to go into your loose glitter stash. It's important. This is snow. I've lost the label off the bottom of mine. I believe it's snow cream or snow pearl. This is snow pearl. It's important that you don't use your spray glitter for this. Spray glitter is too fine. You want a micro fine, but it needs to have some sort of texture to it. And spray glitter is just a little bit too fine for my liking. Are y'all loving your beetle box? In our beetle box this month, I can finally pull her out now, is this flexible palette knife that I've wanted to grab so many times to pull product from a jar and put on my palette. Honey, I'm finally going to use it. Are you still waiting? Close your eyes, Rhonda. Close your eyes and put your earmuffs on, honey. Look, you can stir with it. You know, you can't flip an egg with it. This is the perfect mixing spatula palette. I love it. Love it, love it. All right, I'm going to paint just a simple snowflake here. At this point, you put whatever snowflake on that you like, obviously, or that you are comfortable painting. It cannot be a decal. It's going to have to be painted. Okay? Little acetone to rinse my brush in. All right. We got our glitter standing by because we're going to sugar with that. Here's our Ice Queen. A dotting tool would be nice. And here we go. I'm going to do a large dot in the middle. I want my snowflake to be oversized so that I can kind of get my point across here. Here. And let's go on the bottom and do one about the same width. About like that. One over here. And these are pretty good size. And one over here. For now. For now. Put your little bit 9mm brush and put your little bit of that whipped cream on your brush. Just a little. And now we're going to pull this down in the middle. Pull, pull, and let up on the pressure. We almost touch, but not quite. Do that on every one of these. Y'all remember, and I don't know, they may still make them, years ago, the little plastic glittered snowflake ornaments that you put on your Christmas tree. I used to love those. As a matter of fact, I've looked for them this year and I can't find them. I wanted them for kind of like a crafty type project. That's the look I'm going for here. Now I'm going to pull out the end of my snowflake there. Is that little sugared plastic snowflake. My Dollar Tree didn't have them, April. I looked, but I couldn't get them. Now I'm just going to go up in here, another dot. And I think I'll do my Trinity dot here. You want really good bones to this snowflake. Don't paint something you can't paint. And you want this, for lack of better words, you want this to be chunky. Because we're going to ombre this girl, honey. We're going to ombre her. And let's go here. I use a ton of white whipped cream gel. White, black, and gold are what I use most. But you know, I use a ton of everything. I thought I used a lot of product when I was working behind the chair, but it's nothing compared to what I use creating my classes, my online classes, doing my lives, doing my demos. I use a ton. I go through a bottle of top coat about every 7 days or so. Ladybug Luster. That's no joke. All right, now we put our brush back in this paint. Now watch when we pull this in. You probably already know what I'm going to do. Come in. And press hard enough so your lines are significant. Like this is one of those snowflakes you do not have to be dainty with. You need this to have some substance to it. Press. You want a chunky little snowflake. And pull into the side. And come this way. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Is anybody, this is your first time watching? If it's your first time watching, tell us your name and where you're from. Or I guess we could see your name. Look here. Now on the end of this big dot, let's pull that out. See how easy? Here, here. Did we get all 4? Yeah, look. All right, now we're gonna take Snow Pearl and we're going to sugar. Put that right into that wet paint. I love me some Snow Pearl, honey. Now, Snow Pearl has a little bit of a holographic color shift to it. It's hard to see on camera with all the lights I'm under. You see those colors there bouncing around? Now make sure everything is sugared, that you don't have any area that doesn't have your sugar on it. And cure for 60. Let's let that go. Clean up our glitter.
Leanne says, do you always sugar over top coat?
Sugar over, well, yes, because whipped cream doesn't get a top coat. So your nail would have to be top coated before you paint your design. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna grab me a clean 00 brush. I probably don't have a clean one. I'm gonna have to clean one, honey. Let's clean our 00. And I've pulled out my all-time favorite ink collection. These are from summer of this year. This was the Moroccan ink collection. And they are, these colors are fantastic. They're metallic. You can see how they settle in the bottom, okay? Let me shake one of these up for you. Girl, quit. Look at her. Look at that. There's a couple shades of blue. There's kind of like an aqua light green. And there's a beautiful, beautiful dark purple. So now that that is cured, we're going to get rid of that glitter. All of that extra loose glitter. A stiff little manicure brush would even be better here. I can't believe I don't have one of those at my house. I don't. So I'm going to have to bring me one, honey. I think if I tilt it like that, it takes the glare off and you can see. Can you see the texture in my snowflake? Yes, no, maybe? Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to start with the Marjarell Blue. Let's see, is that the blue? No, I want the Blue City. I'm going to go with the Blue City ink. Very, very carefully, I'm going to dry that wand off so I'm almost dry brushing. And I'm going to touch that ink into the snowflake. But I'm going to stop about right there. Before I go any further, I'm going to go in a tiny bit of acetone and I'm going to start to blend this. I want it highly concentrated up here at the top. And you see, ink doesn't stick to a slippery surface. That's why I can put Ladybug Luster down and my ink is only going to stick to the sugar. Y'all with me there? Okay, before I go any further, I want to put just a tad of that ink right here. I'll come back to that in a second. Well, I'll go to it now. We're going to dilute that with a little bit of acetone. And as we come on down this snowflake, we use the diluted ink, which therefore shows up as a lighter color. And now I'm going to go with just plain acetone, and I'm just going to wash this ink out into the snowflake. Blend it. If it's not, you know, if you got like a ridge line or something in there, just blend it ever so slightly. Like right in here, we need a little bit of blending. Really watered down ink here. Look, we got some white showing up here at top. Go in this concentrated ink and go around that perimeter of our snowflake. So we are covering all of the white. Girl, quit. Child, and look at our ombre snowflake. She pretty, she pretty. Now, if you want it all one color, you don't have to worry about doing ombre. Knock yourself out, okay? If this were on a black nail, this is going to be more dramatic than it is on a lighter colored nail. Let's go ahead and color this all over now that we've ombre'd it. Let's say we decide we want this strong color all over. We just take our ink. And look, we can even deepen what we have on here by going over a second time. Because we know that ink intensifies the more layers that we put on. And so as what's happening is the pigment is staying behind, and as the fluid, the liquid evaporates, we're left with pure pigment. Now, I have painted on the surface of the nail right there on purpose. Okay, what are we going to do? I mean, we're outside of our line. Easy peasy. We're going to clean it up. Little brush, a little bit of acetone. We swipe it right off of that Ladybug Luster top coat. Now look, because we're painting into this glittered, rough surface, alcohol ink is not dissolved by water. She is not water soluble. She is only isopropyl alcohol soluble or acetone soluble. So there is no need to even put a top coat over this because we've gone into the sugared surface, and all of those little sugar granules or glitter granules now have absorbed that pigment and color. And look how pretty that is. Girl, Miss Tracy got to quit it, right? And once that's dry, you're done. Now, don't send your clients to wash their hand until you're sure that all this has evaporated. I would wait 5 minutes because what's happening, those glitter molecules are real tight in there. And we're going to think it's dry, but it's not fully dry just yet. So sit them in front of a fan. Do a little jewel in the middle. You could do some beautiful scroll work. Anything that you want to sugar with this particular technique, you can. Questions so far? Where's my purple now? Let me get her. Oh, here we go, Gigi. Let's go with her. I've still got my white whipped cream sitting here. Let's do a different snowflake. And let's kind of put her here on the diagonal. Middle. Why would you not want to use the spray glitter on this? The spray glitter is too fine. It won't hold your ink as well.
Sharon said, did you cure before you added the whipped cream?
Did I cure before the top coat? Yes, I did. Yes, the nail is fully cured before you put the whipped cream on it. Yeah, you want your glitter to be micro glitter, but you don't want a fine dust. If you do a fine dust, I would say that you're more than likely, remember, the texture of the glitter is what's going to hold on the alcohol ink. So I just think the glitter mist is too fine, and as your client washes their hands, then you could risk some of that color coming off. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to go this way. Oh, about right there. Look, we're going to make our own snowflake up as we go here. You can start any snowflake with a dot, with anything. It does not have to be a certain kind of look to it. As long as you're kind of in that circle, your snowflake circle, I call it. And we're going to do another dot here. Let's do another dot here. And why wouldn't you use, let's say, why couldn't you just sugar blue glitter? You could, but remember, the first thing I showed you was how to ombre your snowflake. And you can't get an ombre snowflake all the time with glitter. That makes it a little tougher. I'll go with one more dot right here for my middle. Look, I'm talking too much. Girl, she talking too much. Y'all be thinking about what you want to do. Who's going to join me for Midnight Manis on New Year's Eve? 11 p.m. 11 p.m. We're going to ring in the new year with Midnight Manis and mocktails. You will? Look, I want you to, and maybe it can become a tradition, but I want to take special requests that night for artwork. Whatever you want to see, I want to paint. I'm going to come on out here with my little snowflake. I'm going to come on out this way. Now, that's the direction I'm going. What was that, Keith?
You're going to have to practice with these songs they've asked.
Okay. He's taking down songs for those of you that want to hear. Next Sunday night is a Christmas concert. I'm going to play for y'all. But we're also going to play Name That Tune. We got some really good prizes we're going to give away. Okay, this is kind of the theme our snowflake is taking there. Isn't that beautiful? Look. Let's reinforce that one. Now let's make a few little snowflake thingies. Does anybody know what these are called? Like these things. Boing. That. Obviously, I won't be able to take all the song requests, but I'll take what I can. It will take what I can. And what I can find music to. Look, I started out when I didn't have my first piano lesson until I was in I believe it was the 8th grade. So I was late getting started. Most kids have their first lessons by 2nd grade or so. And I sat down and started playing the piano one day, just kind of picking some stuff out by ear. And my parents are like, maybe we ought to give her lessons. And so I caught up in those lessons in no time, honey. And then it was no time, and I could play anything you put down before me. But I started out playing by ear, and the older I get, the more I have to have music. Isn't it funny how our brains work? I used to never need music to anything. Well, initially, maybe. But even my ear was so good I could just play anything. But not no more, honey. I got to have my music in front of me. And we'll put some little dots here. So I just have to make sure I have my music printed to whatever y'all want to hear. Okay, now we'll go sugar that. Snow Pearl. And I can't say I've ever done a live like that either. Here we go, GGO. Oh, child. And you can request anything. It doesn't have to be a Christmas song. Okay, let's cure. Now, the inks that I'm using have the sparkles in them. Don't feel like you have to use that. You can use anything. Solid color inks, pearl inks, metallic. We're going to cure her. It's nice and dry. And I'm going to go with this Tyrian purple. I'm going to put a little bit of that ink on my palette. This is a look at that. It's a shocking purple. Oh, Lord. Like shocking. All right. She's pretty just like that, isn't she? I love this Ice Queen gel polish collection. All right, let's ombre. Girl, did you see that? Look here. I'm going to ombre purple to aqua, I think, or a blue. So now a little bit of acetone on my brush. Kind of start to fade out that color. Alcohol, feel free to use alcohol here. If you're a slow worker or you tend to overdo it on your acetone, you don't want to take your design off. So by all means, use alcohol instead. Let's make this just a little bit darker. Oh yeah, and let's go back in with that same blue that we were using. And we're gonna let these kind of touch and crisscross over. Touch, touch. Just blend right into each other and then just fade it out. Fade, fade, fade. Clean up in the background. And look, you can take off as much color as you want. Little bit of blue here. That's pretty. Very pretty. Let's clean up around here. Just gonna wipe it off of that top coat. If any got on the top coat, I'm using the wrong brush to clean up with. Just go in and scrub and it takes it right off there. This is a good way for people to get used to wearing crystals. You know, it's a learning curve. How many of you have put crystals on your clients and they're back in a couple of days? They're like, girl, they just fell off. I woke up and they was in the bed. It's because they're not used to having something on their nail, right? So if you'll start them off with a sugared nail where they get used to feeling this texture, then by the time you move them to crystals, they're used to wearing that. Adorable. Sugared snowflake. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, you can sugar this and not put any ink into it, obviously. Some people like a Rottweiler. That's hilarious. I've never heard it like that before. But this gives enough texture that they get used to, okay, when you put your coat on, if you have stones on your nails, make a fist before you put your arm through your coat hole. Or vice versa. That's tip, especially if they got them on their thumbs and they pulling up their jeans, honey. Them crystals going to end up somewhere else besides on their fingers because they're just not used to wearing it. Questions on sugaring? Where's my pink? Wait, I put top coat on another one. Oh, my blue one. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to go with this little, this is our mini art gel brush. I'm going to go with her in my whipped cream. And now I'm going to just paint on a little bit of, I don't know, I'm going to freestyle it. Do y'all like to freestyle it? That's probably my favorite artwork to do, is just freestyle. I don't really have a plan. I'm just going to go with it, honey. And a lot of times it's based on the shape of the nail. I love this little brush. Yes, girl, I do. Let's cure her. We come right back to you, boo. We're going to cure you. don't want to put anything in there just yet. I'm using the mini art gel brush. It's like a little cat tongue. It's like a little baby sculpting brush, for lack of better words. She has a knife edge to it. I never take all the gel out of this one because I don't want her hairs to fray. Instead of putting that in acetone, I'll do this and pinch it. And so now that's the way I store it. Before I use it next time, I'll just clean that color out of there. Oh, you didn't? Yeah, you can. Sure can, Jess. Now I'm going to switch down to my 9mm. And I'm going to freestyle some more. Right over top. Oh, maybe I'll go this way. By using that little art brush, it fanned my paint out and you can see through it. But when I switch to this brush now, I get a high concentration of the color. Look here. Swirls remind me of wind, of winter. And so now I'm just freestyling it. And when we sugar this time, guess what? It's only going to stick to the wet paint. So it's not going to stick in that first little bit of white gel that we've already cured. Girl, and watch, I'm gonna be fancy. I'm gonna be fancy. I'm gonna take the end of this and I am going to crisscross all the way around and make her connect right there. Did you see that? Quit it now. We look a little bit unfinished over here. Look how pretty. All right, now let's get our glitter. Snow pearl. Back on. Thank you, Regina. All right, we're gonna cure. We'll be right back. Don't forget, with any $59 purchase tonight, you get Ice Queen free of charge. Use your coupon code free gel, all capital letters, free gel. It's a good way to try out this collection, the Hema Free and the Ice. This is the Ice Kingdom collection that I'm using. Thank you, Jess. Look, y'all got your decorating done. I'm down to one little box. Normally I have mine way done by this time, but where I moved last year and then my daddy was really sick last year, so the only thing I did was put up one Christmas tree upstairs, you know, because my downstairs wasn't finished. We were under remodel. I got that tree up and that was it. Well, this year I asked Keith, I said, what do we have in Christmas decoration? He said, I'll go to the storage unit. Well, honey, did he ever go? He brought back a whole van load plus a little bit more. I think he went back a second time. I did not realize I had all of that. So you know me, I've tried to use most of it. And a lot of the pieces are things that you guys have given me, things that my parents made. So I am down to one Rubbermaid tub that I want to use probably downstairs on like my coffee bar area, but I'm waiting to pack up these ornaments this week before I put those out. So yeah, that's what I'm down to. And I need a stiff brush so I can brush off of what I put on first. Hold on, do I have a manicure brush? Let me look, hold up. Brushes, no. I can't believe I don't have a little manicure brush here. Let's see if this will work. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Now this one, I'm not going to put any ink in. I'm going to leave her just like she is. Basically, I want it to clean off that first layer of paint that we put on. It's pretty, isn't it? You know what, Leanne? I'm going to start earlier next year because with our schedule, with running Black Friday sales, it just in beauty industry in general, November is, or December is not the time to do your decorating, is it? You got to get going early because of our work schedules. Exactly. You wanted it to be able to enjoy it and not come in so tired and not able to do anything. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. But maybe if we have time Sunday night, I'll show y'all some of my decoration. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want people to think I'm bragging, so I don't show my personal stuff a whole lot. That's not why I would do it. Look here. Oh, she's beautiful. It is a good thing we're all family, isn't it? Oh! Look, are y'all going to try this or not? You would love to see Jennifer? You going to be here for Christmas concert next Sunday night? I would love it if you join us. Look, I hope you try this. Again, I've used the Ice Queen collection tonight. These colors are incredible. They're very, very pretty. Use these on through Valentine's Day. Ice Queen, you get her free with a $59 purchase. The code is FREEGEL. If you're about to run out of top coat, grab you a couple top coats and throw in that coupon code to get you a free gel polish, okay? I hope everybody has a great week. Look, we are looking for watercolor bloom to be dropped this week. Lord, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to jinx it. If that gets dropped tomorrow, I will let you guys know and I'll show you how to use that Wednesday night, okay? So keep your fingers and toes crossed that that gets here tomorrow too, sometime this week, and I'll show you how to use that. And then I'll see you next Sunday for our Christmas carols and name that tune. Lots of giveaways happening next Sunday, and you must be live to win, okay? Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.